Whatever you think about in your mind, you will start getting that thing. If you think about money, money will start coming to you. If you think about your love, you will soon get your love. According to Gautam Buddha, we are created by what we think, just as a person is created by bad thoughts. If a person speaks or works with pure thoughts, then he gets pain, whereas if a person speaks or works with pure thoughts, then happiness like his shadow never leaves him. Whereas this story of Gautam Buddha, which we are going to tell you today, after listening to this, you will be able to solve all the problems of life. We'll be able to solve in a jiffy, friends. Once upon a time, Mahatma Buddha was giving a sermon. Many people around were involved in the sermon. Everyone was listening attentively to Buddha. After some time, the sermon ended. Then people bowed to Buddha and went to their homes, lay down. But a young man remained sitting there. When Buddha's eyes fell on that young man, he asked what was the matter. Do you have any curiosity? The young man went to the Buddha and bowed down and said, Lord, I am very confused. The more I think about it, the more I get confused. What a confusion. Buddha asked a question. The young man folded his hands and said, Lord, this world is so vast. There are millions and crores of people living in the world. Among them, there is a greater scholar, artist, warrior. In such a situation, what is the value of an ordinary creature like me among them all? After listening to the young man, Buddha smiled and said, The answer to your curiosity will be found, and it will take some time. Till then, can you do a small task for me? Lord, it is a matter of pride for me that I can be of use to you. The young man again folded his hands and said, You order. Lord Buddha gave a shining stone to the young man and said, You have to know the value of this stone, but keep this in mind. Don't sell it, just find out its value as per the command of Lord. Saying this, the young man took another stone from Buddha, bowed to him once again, and went towards the market. The market was not far from there. The young man reached there in a short time, and it was morning time. Hence, the market was not yet properly established. There were only a few shopkeepers there. The young man looked around out of curiosity and saw a shopkeeper under the same tree. The young man who was selling mangoes approached the shopkeeper.
And while showing him the stone, he said, Can you tell me the price of this stone? The shopkeeper was a clever man. Seeing the shine of the stone, he understood that it was definitely a precious stone and said in an artificial voice, It doesn't look anything special, but I am very proud of it. I can give you 10 mangoes in exchange. Hearing the shopkeeper's words, the young man got a little angry. He said in his mind, This man thinks I am a fool. Such a beautiful stone, and its price is only 10 mangoes. Surely he is lying. Seeing the young man silent, the shopkeeper asked, What do you say? Should I take out the mango? But the young man did not give any answer to the shopkeeper. He silently moved ahead. In front, a vegetable seller was decorating his shop. The young man approached him and showed him the stone and asked its price. Seeing that stone, the vegetable seller's eyes shine with happiness. Who was she? I started thinking in my mind, this stone seems very precious. It would be fun if I get it. What happened, brother? Where are you lost? The young man was surprised and said, Nothing. I was just calculating its price in my mind. By the way, I can give a sack of potatoes in exchange of this stone. Seeing the evil face of the vegetable seller, the young man understood that this shopkeeper is also fooling me. I should find out its value from someone else. Thinking this, the young man moved ahead. The vegetable shopkeeper called out to the young man from behind, What happened, brother? If you find this price low, then tell me. I will increase it from May onwards. But the young man did not pay attention to his words. Now he is looking for something here and there. Started searching for such a person who was knowledgeable and could tell the true value of that stone. The young man was feeling that it must be a precious stone. Perhaps a jeweler could tell its true value. Thinking this, the young man reached a jeweler's shop. The jeweler was just opening his shop. He saw the young man coming towards his shop and passed him. He had seen it from the side, and he had also realized by looking at the young man's appearance that this is some poor man who may have come to sell some jewelry. The jeweler greeted the young man with folded hands and smiled and asked, "Sir, what can I do for you?" The young man placed the stone given by Buddha on his palm and said that he wanted to find out its value. As soon as he saw the stone, the jeweler recognized that it was a precious ruby stone which is found by the lucky ones. He said, "Give the stone to me and take 1,00,000 rupees from me." "Take," saying this, the jeweler extended his right hand to take the stone, and by then the young man had closed the stone in his fist. He had realized the value of the stone, so he turned to go to the Buddha. The jeweler took him from behind, called out, "Hey, wait brother, I can give him 50 lakhs, but this..." He did not want to sell that stone, so he did not stop and came out of the shop, and the jeweler was no less clever. He did not want to let that precious stone go from his hands at any cost. He ran in front of him and handed it over to him. Adding, he said, "Give me this stone. I am ready to give 1 crore rupees in return, young man." He was no longer interested in the jeweler's words. He wanted to reach Buddha as soon as possible, so he neither stopped nor replied to the jeweler's words. He walked towards Buddha's ashram with fast steps. The jeweler called from behind, "This is a very valuable stone. It is priceless. Whatever money you say, I will give." Hearing this, the young man got worried. He thought that the jeweler might catch him and force him out of greed for the stone, so he quickly ran towards the ashram. When the young man reached Buddha, he was panting very badly. Seeing him, Buddha smiled. Still, he did not let anything appear on his face. "What's the matter? You seem to be a little scared." The young man bowed to the Buddha and told him everything. He also returned the stone to him. The Buddha said, "The mango seller told him its price was 10 mangoes. The potato seller gave a sack of potatoes, and the jeweler told that it is priceless. Life is like this. The one who values it as per his understanding wears it out. Every person is like a diamond taken out of a mine which has not yet been cut. As the flow of time carves a person, his value increases. The more the world recognizes a person, the more precious it gives him." Saying, Buddha paused for a moment and then said, "But today, the difference between me and diamond is that cucumber has some other path and a person has to carve himself. And the day you carve yourself, you will also find some jeweler to tell you your value." Gautam Buddha, to that girl, wanted to teach that the person thinks about himself and becomes similar to him. If a person has true love for anything in the world, then that person achieves that thing. That person is unable to achieve that thing with true feelings in his mind. Friends, please share this inspirational story of Gautam Buddha with your friends so that they can also know about the real knowledge of Gautam Buddha. Friends, if you liked the video, then please subscribe this channel and do not forget to write Namo Buddha in the comment box.